Hello students. In the last class we have discussed about remainder theorem. That is, without actual division or without long division, we can find the remainder when a dividend or polynomial is divided by a linear polynomial. Now here we will discuss about factor theorem. So first you have to know what is factor. So when suppose number 12 can be written as 2 into 6 or 3 into 4. So these 2, 6, 3, 4 are called the factor of 12 because when we divide 12 by suppose 2, 6 are 12, so remainder become 0. Or when 12 is divided by suppose 3, so 3 4s are 12, so remainder becomes 0. That is, when we divide a number by any small number, if this remainder becomes 0, that means this number is divisible by this divisor, that is 12 is divisible by 2, 12 is divisible by 6, 12 is divisible by 3, 12 is divisible by 4. That is where the remainder is 0, there we get the factor of this number. Similarly, in case of polynomial also, when a polynomial is divided by any other polynomial, then if we get the remainder as 0, then the divisor is called the factor of the dividend. Now take this example. So we take one polynomial x square minus 5x plus 6 divided by x minus 2. That is, we are dividing this polynomial by x minus 2. Now see what happens. X square divided by x first. So x will become x square minus twice x. When you subtract this minus plus, so minus 5x plus twice x will become minus thrice x plus 6. So minus thrice x by x minus 3. So this minus thrice x minus and minus plus 3 to the 6. So it become plus, this become minus. So minus thrice x plus 3x cancel, plus 6 minus 6 cancel, you get remainder 0. Remainder 0 means when this polynomial is divided by x minus 2, we get remainder 0. That is, we can write x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. That is x minus 2 into x minus 3 plus 0. That is 0 is remainder here. Therefore, this x minus 2 or the divisor is called the factor of this polynomial. Similarly, x minus 3 also is a factor of this x square minus 5x plus 6. That is, we can write here plus 0, no need to write. That is, this can be written as product of these two. Similarly, 12 equal to suppose 3 into 4. Then 3 and 4 are called the factor of 12. Similarly, x minus 2 and x minus 3 are called the factor of this. That is, when we get the remainder 0, we get the factor. Now, using this remainder theorem, we will write the definition or the theorem of this factor theorem. So, it's the factor theorem. So, read it carefully. If Px is a polynomial of degree n which is greater than or equal to 1, that is, degree of the polynomial is either 1 or greater than 1, and a is any real number, then x minus a is called the factor of Px if Pa. So by the remainder theorem, Pa is the remainder. So if PA is equal to 0, that is remainder equal to, if remainder is 0, then x minus a is called the factor of px. On the other hand, if x minus a is a factor of px, then PA, that is remainder, is equal to 0. So vice versa. That is, if PA is equal to 0, then x minus a is called the factor. If x minus a is a factor, then the remainder is will be 0. So this is the factor theorem. So we take a question here. Examine whether x plus 2 is a factor of x cube plus thrice x square plus 5x plus 6 or not. That is, we have to check whether x plus 2 is a factor of this polynomial or not. So first we have to find the remainder when this polynomial is divided by x plus 2. So the process is same as to find the remainder using remainder theorem. So first let px is equal to x cube plus thrice x square plus 5x plus 6, and what do you have to take? This x plus 2 is equal to 0. That is, we have to find the 0 of this polynomial. That is x plus 2 equal to 0. That is, we get x equal to minus 2. So by remainder theorem, we have to put x equal to minus 2 here to get the remainder. So when px is divided by x plus 2, remainder is equal to we get p of minus 2. So here is the px, put minus 2 whole cube plus 3 into minus 2 square plus 5 into minus 2 plus 6. So minus 8, minus 2 square means 4 into 3 plus 12, minus 5 to the 10 plus 6. So plus 12 plus 6, 18, minus 8 minus 10 minus 18 is equal to 0. That is, we get the remainder 0. Therefore, right, by factor theorem, if PA is equal to 0, then x minus a is a factor of this px. So by factor theorem, x plus 2 is a factor of what? Factor of px. You can write factor of px, or you can write factor of this polynomial. So this is the use of factor theorem. Next, we take another example where we will use the factor theorem. So find the value of k, that is k is a constant or unknown given in the polynomial, if x minus 1 is a factor of 4x cube plus 3x square minus 4x plus k. That is, a polynomial is given, x minus 1 is a factor of the given polynomial. Now we have to find the value of k here. So same, let px is equal to a given polynomial, what, 4x cube plus 3x square minus 4x plus k, and x minus 1 is equal to 0. That is, we get x equal to plus 1. Now if x minus 1 is a factor of px, then by the factor theorem PA will be 0. So since x minus 1, because given that x minus 1 is a factor of this given polynomial, so since x minus 1 is a factor of px, therefore by factor theorem, we have what do you have? X equal to a here, 1 here. In place of a it is 1. That is P1 is equal to 0. If x minus, better factor theorem, if x minus a, here a is equal to 1, is a factor of px, then pa equal to 0. So p1 equal to 0 here. So implies what is px? This p1 means 4 into 1 cube plus 3 into 1 square minus 4 into 1 plus k is equal to 0. So 4 plus 3 minus 4 plus k is equal to 0. So plus 4 minus 4 cancel. So you get k is equal to, if you take this plus into right side, you get minus 3. So we get the value of k, for which x minus 1 is the factor of this. Okay. So our next topic is factorization of polynomial. So here we will generally discuss quadratic and cubic polynomial. So in case of quadratic polynomial, if the polynomial is of this form, x square plus lx plus m, if the polynomial is of this form, that is the coefficient of x square is 1, then we can factorize it using the splitting the middle term. So for example, suppose x square minus 5x plus 6. It's a quadratic polynomial where the coefficient of x square is 1 and this L is equal to minus 5 and m equal to 6. So how I factorize it? So in this case, we have to find two digits or two numbers, that is integers, whose product is this m, product is 6, and when we add, we get minus 5. So the sum is negative and product is positive. So if the product is positive, then either both are positive or both are negative. Plus into minus cannot be plus. It is plus into plus, it will be plus, or minus into minus, it will be plus. But since sum is negative, so both the numbers should be negative. So here we get 6 equal to minus 2 into minus 3. We get two integer whose product is plus 6, sorry, minus 2 into minus 3 plus 6, and when we add minus 2 and minus 3, we get minus 5. So we will write x square minus, so this middle term minus 5x can be written as minus twice x and minus 3x. That is, we split this middle term into two terms and plus 6 will be mentioned. Now we have to take the sum common from these two, x square and minus twice x. X will be common. So in place of x square, if we take x common, so 1x will remain, minus minus. If we take x in the outside, then there will be 2. And then from this minus thrice x plus 6, we can take minus 3 common. If we take minus 3 common, here x only. So from the plus, if we take 1 minus, then there will be a minus. From 6 and 2 into 3. If we take 3 here, so 2 remains inside the bracket. Now x minus 2 and x minus 2. Again we can take common. So if we take x minus 2 common, then here we get x minus 3. So we express this x square minus 5x plus 6 as a product of two numbers. One is x minus 2, another is x minus 3. That is, x minus 2 and x minus 3 are the factors of this. So this process is called factorization, splitting the middle term. So here the coefficient of x square is 1. Now we will discuss the coefficient of x square is some numbers. That is, we will discuss some quadratic expression of this type. Ax square plus bx plus c. That is, there are some coefficient of x square where a is not equal to 0. That is, ax square plus bx plus c. If the quadratic equation is of this type, then how we factorize it? Now we take one example. Factorize this 6x square plus 17x plus 5 using the splitting the middle term. So which is of this form? Ax square plus bx plus c, where a means here 6, b means here 17, c means here 5. Now how we do it? So it will be 6x square plus 17x plus 5. If there is something in the coefficient of x square, first we have to multiply these two, coefficient of x square and the constant term. That is, first we multiply a and c. So it's 6 into 5. 6 5s are 30. That is 6 into 5. Now we have to think, or we have to find any two number whose product is 30, but the sum is 17. So 30 can be written as like this: 1 into 30, 2 into 15, 3 into 10, or 5 into 6, like this. 30 can be written as like this. But see, if we add 5 plus 6, we get 11. When we add 10 plus 3, we get 13. But when we add this 2, 15 plus 2, we get 17x. That is, there are some two numbers whose product is 30, but sum is 17. Now we have to split the middle term by these two numbers. So write 6x square plus this 17x can be written as twice x plus 15x. That is, we split this middle term into two terms plus 8. Now the same as the above process, we have to take common from these two. This 6 can be written as 2 into 3. So 2 is in the both. So twice x will be the common. So here it is 6. So thrice x. Next plus. So it's twice x. We take twice x common. So there will be 1 here. So 1 into twice x will be the twice x. Next plus. From this plus and plus we take plus common. And 15 and 5 we can take 5 common. So it's 15, 5 into 3. So it remains thrice x plus we take this 5 to the outside. So it will be 1. Now thrice x plus 1, thrice x plus 1. We can take this thrice x plus 1 common. Thrice x plus 1. Then it remains twice x plus 5. Twice x plus 5. That is, our 6x square plus 17x plus 5 is expressed as the product of two terms, which are called the factors of this. So which is called factorization. We take another example. Factorize 12x square minus 7x plus 1. The solution is 12x square minus 7x plus 1. So first we have to find the product of this coefficient of x square and the constant term. So 12 into 1 will be 12. Now we have to find any two integers whose product is 12 but the sum is minus 7. Since the sum is minus 7, so product should be both are negative numbers, because product is positive, sum is negative, then minus into minus become plus, minus becomes minus. So 12 can be written as minus 3 into minus 4. It is minus 3 into minus 4 plus 12, and minus 3 plus minus 4 becomes minus 7. So here 12x square is minus 7x, that is the middle term of our expression, quadratic expression, can be split like this: minus 5x and minus 4x. You can write this minus 5x and minus 4x, so become minus 7 plus 1. Now from these two you have to take common. So 12 means 3 into 4 and 3 is here. So you can 3 and x square and x, you can take x common. So it's 12, that is 3 into 4. If you take 3 common, 4 means 4x minus 5x is already taken in the outside the brackets, so it will be 1. Minus and plus, common is minus. So 4x and 1. Is there any common? No, that means you have to write 1. We have to write 1 here, remember. So minus is taken common, 4x remain 4x. So it's plus. If we take minus common, so it will be minus, because minus into minus become plus here. So 1. Now 4x minus 1 into and 4x minus 1. Again they are common. So we take 4x minus 1 common. So it is 3x minus 1. 5x minus 1. So we express the product of two numbers, which is called factorization. So this is the answer. Take this next example. It's 6x square plus 5x minus 6. So 6x square plus 5x minus 6. Now first we have to find the product of coefficient x square and the constant term. So 6 into minus 6. So 6 into minus 6 become plus minus 36. Now we have to find any two numbers or any two integers whose product is minus 36 but the sum is plus 5. So if the product is negative minus, then the numbers should be one is positive, another is negative, because plus into minus become minus. So 36 can be written as 1 into 36, 2 into 18, 3 into 12, 4 into 9, and 6 into 6. These are the factor of 36. But since the product is 36, from this one must be negative, another is positive. But our plus, that is sum, is positive. If we add any two numbers, one is positive, another is negative, and the result is positive, then the bigger number or greater number should be positive. So from this 36 and 1 is smaller, that is negative. 18 and 2, it's negative. 12 and 3, negative. 4 and 9, 4 should be negative like this. So that is 36 minus 1, 35, it's not 5. 18 minus 2, it's 16, not 5. 12 minus 3, it's 9, so not 5. But 9 minus 4, that is 9 plus minus 4, that is 5. That is, we have to split this middle term by these two numbers, minus 4 and 9. So we can write it is 6x square plus 9x minus 4x minus 6. That is, we split this middle term 5x into two parts. One is 9x and minus 4x. That is 9 minus 4, which is 5x. Now take common, that is, you get 3x common from these two. So it will be twice x plus 3, and from these two minus sign will be common, minus 4 and 6 2 can take common. So in place of 4x we have to write twice x. If we take this minus common, it will be plus, and here we get 3. Now twice x plus 3 and twice x plus 3 are common. So twice x plus 3 and into thrice x minus 2. Thrice x minus 2. That is, which is expressed as the product of two numbers. That is factorization of this. So this is the process. We can factorize the quadratic expression of the form ax square plus bx plus c using the splitting the middle term. Okay. Thank you.